It says,
What?
hello? I can hear you.
Okay. Did you finish up your placement exam?
So I did finish yes. So I did finish the, what's it called? What was it called? I think I finished a diagnostic quiz. I think I just did the math in the reading section, but it didn't give me like a overall answer. Like it just gave me like a score out of 4, and it was a 2.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't give an overall answer because that's a quick test. So I'd like you to pull up your account and share your screen so I can see the results. Is it logged in on your computer?
Yes, it is. I'm just gonna share it with that. I was having problems with it, and if it's
So it's gonna show me the specific topics that you need help with. Okay.
Let me just press.
So just pull that up and then we'll look through it.
Yeah. Screen 1. And if it's can we take the test after a couple of weeks? Because I feel like I didn't do that as good as I was supposed to.
That's the plan. Yeah.
And so this is what I got.
Okay. Can you click dashboard? What does it say on dashboard?
Dashboard. So I just use like this right here. I think it was like here, and it's like
here, click on math skill levels. Click math. Here? Yeah.
And this is what I got. It just says all the practices.
Okay.
Yeah. I was having some trouble with it too. Like that's why I was having a lot of trouble.
Perfect. So thank you for sharing. So you're gonna. This is what you're gonna use for homework. I'm gonna start assigning you a certain number of practice per day. But for now, so we're gonna get started today with a fraction review because fractions are very important for most of the SAT. You'll have some work with it. So we're gonna go through a whole review packet today. So
all right. Feel free to take notes. Of fractions. So like, what is like a whole review?
So adding fractions, subtracting, multiplying. Yeah, all of those. So dividing fractions, mixed numbers, the whole thing. So we're going to go through that. So first we'll go through and work through an example together, and then you'll solve some problems on your own. And how these will work is if you feel that you're understanding the topic, you can just skip and move on.
All right.
Okay. So first we're going to work with mixed numbers. So do you remember the steps to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction?
No, I forgot. I wasn't sure.
So we'll take this. So if you have 5 and 2 over 7, your steps are going to be to multiply the denominator by the whole number. So 5 times 7, and you get 35, and then add that number to the numerator. Is that kind of ringing a bell?
Kind of, yes, some sort of.
So we'd have 35 plus 2, and we'd get 37 over 7. And as always, you need to have a paper and pencil. Do you have a paper and pencil?
Yeah, I have a pen and a pencil. I'm not a pen and a paper. Is that right?
Okay, good. Perfect. Okay, let's do another example together. So if we had, let's say, 2 and 4/5. So what you would do is do 5 times 2. So you'd get 10. And then add that to 4. 10 plus 4 is 14 over 5.
Would I be able to put this in a calculator? Would I just be able to put it in a calculator?
You should do these in your head. You shouldn't be using a calculator for these.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so Rio, does that make sense? Would you like to do some practice?
Oh, no. All right.
Does that make sense, or do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
Perfect. Okay, let's go on and try each of these. So let's start just with 1 through 5. So convert each of these to an improper fraction, meaning a fraction.
Can I open it in like a PDF, or should I just do it on the screen, on the Zoom link screen?
You can just write on the screen. That would be best.
All right. Just go to. It doesn't let view option. It doesn't let me write on the screen.
But you need to figure out how to annotate because that's gonna That's how you'll show your answers. So
Oh yeah, right here. I did my bad. So was it like so was like 4 times 5 and then do 2 times the answer?
So it's 4 times 5 and you add 2. Did you take notes on the steps above?
No, I did not. Well,
Okay, let's go back up and take notes.
Oh, we'll take it real fast. So I get it.
Okay.
And then you put the bottom one. So for the first one, it will just be draw. So I'll just get these two, and I'll just make it 20, and then let's do so. Also just be 22 over 5.
Perfect. Good.
Okay,
you can go on to number 2.
There's a lag for like whenever I try to write. Like it just comes into deletions, comes back.
Okay, well, as long as I know what your answer is, that's fine. Just okay.
43 over 8 for the second one.
Good, perfect.
22 over 9 for the third one.
Good.
5 times 7 is 35 plus 41. That's 4. Right, this says this is 41 here on the top, and 41 over 7.
Good, perfect.
64. That would be 65 over 8. Would I go on over to 6, or should I go on?
You should go on to 6. Just do 6 through 10, and we'll move on.
33 over. I'm gonna go line right here because I don't want to mess it up. And do 1 over 10.
Good.
33. Wait. Oh no, 33. Yeah. 33 over 2.
Good.
For like the 10th question, would I just like keep it as 8 over 1?
Yeah, you would just write that as 8.
8. Just only. Wait, my bad.
You could write it as 8 over 1 or just 8.
I get it.
Okay. For each of these, well, first, let's work through that and take some notes. So, finding equivalent fractions with larger denominators. So, an equivalent fraction, any fraction, there's like an infinite number of ways to write it. 1 over 2 is the same as 2 over 4. Like if we took a circle and cut it in half, that's the same as if we cut it into 4 pieces and ate 2 of them, right? Either way, we've eaten half. Does that make sense? Like if we had like a cake, for example. So basically, if we know what the other denominator has to be, we're going to figure out how we got there and replicate the steps on top. So you would know that you did times 7 to get to 56. So anything that we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top to keep it equivalent. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so take some notes on that, and then we can get started with our examples.
I'm just going to take a really fast picture of it just in case. I get it.
Okay. Let's get started and just write. We already give you the denominator, so just write the new numerator.
All right. So I just like times 2 by 3, right? Because like they do 5 times 3.
Yeah.
15.
Since we did 5 times 3.
So that would be 6. All right. What would I do it up to? Like up to 10 or?
Yeah, let's work up to 10.
All right. This one is. Would I just like 32 divided by 8 and just get like and then get the number and times that by 3? Like would that be an easier way? Or
Exactly.
Like, is that how you do it?
Yeah, you could divide. That works. Yes.
Yeah. Is there like an easier way to do it, or like is that like a regular way?
That's the easiest way. With time, we're gonna want to practice with your like multiplication and division so that you can do it in your head. But for now, you can divide. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Will they always give like a bottom number of like for example this is bottom number of 32?
These are not the typically on the SAT you're gonna have like word problems where you have to figure out what the bottom number is, but for now we're practicing. This is kind of like all of these things that we're learning are sort of like tools that you're gonna use to solve like word problems and stuff like that. They're not gonna be this simple. We have to learn this before we can do word problems related to it. But for now, just focus on the skill at hand. Okay, so
that'll be 12. That'll be 4 times 6 is 24. 7 times 7 is 49.
Good. Perfect.
So 42.
Yes, good.
Would the regions like count as like what's it called would it count on like to your college will like regions count onto your college, like regions or like finals? Like would they like would they see in the application? Would they see the regions in the final application? Like I'm a freshman right now.
Do you mean
2 regions? Would it like count into like my in the application? Would it show or like my transaction or something?
Like your final grade?
Yeah. Would it show it?
So the final exam grades. Sorry, because there's an audio lag, so I'm just typing in case you can't see. The final exam grades are not visible, but like your final grade, as in like your grade in the class.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
So like, let's say
for regions.
I don't even know what that is, so I doubt it.
Regions. You guys have like regions?
We never did. We never did that. Do you mean like your state testing?
Yeah. I guess like it's like it's like a New York State test, like something like that, where like shows like your school's average. It's the school's average. Yeah.
Okay, the New York.
What they call it.
Yeah, the New York State examinations.
Yeah, something like that.
So that probably won't show unless you do so well that you want it to show. So that won't. In my experience,
would that affect like your
I never took that, so I never put that on my college applications, and I was still able to get a full scholarship at my school, so I don't think that really matters. I mean, try to do well on it, but that's not going to be visible. But like, let's say if you got like a very high score, then maybe that would be something you could put on your resume.
All right. Would the upper number be 6? Because it's like
Perfect. Yeah.
It'll be 7 or all right, it'll be 6.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the Regents. I just Googled it, and it doesn't look like the exams or have anything to do with college applications.
All right.
If you end up going to college in New York, maybe they'll factor it in for like what classes you take your first year, but I wouldn't worry about that yet. Just focus on your grades and on your SAT. That's the most important for college.
Mm-hmm. What about like extracurriculars? Will they matter?
I mean, yeah.
They do, right?
Yes, those are
They
very
do matter,
important too, but I meant like as far as school goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are very, very important too.
And I'm pretty sure
if you're interested,
NY doesn't take SAT, right?
So
NY doesn't take SAT, right? NYU.
Some schools don't require it, but you'll still be able to submit it.
Oh.
So even if it's not, that's basically like, let's say you're not required to have a 4.0 to get into a school, but a 4.0 is going to look really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're interested in more college-specific questions, I'm actually starting offering through the company that I teach this class for you through. We're actually starting offering college application consulting. So as you get closer to applying, like when you're a junior, I can help you with that in separate classes. But yeah, if you have questions like that, let your parents know, and we offer that. Kiddy Coders Club, the school that offer the company that offers this class for you, we're about to start actually offering college consulting classes. So
all right.
If as you get closer, you can let your parents know if that's something you'd want help with.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you can go on to number 6.
Three. Will this be 27? Because I just like did it like for 7.
Perfect.
Like
good.
5 times 9 is.
Yep, that's perfect.
All right, I got it. This is okay.
Good. Okay. Just for a bit more practice, try 13, 14, and 15.
13, 14, and 15?
Yeah.
All right, those 3. Well, these 3 answers be like different. I like compare like different to compared to the other questions. Are they different compared to the other questions? Because
they're not different. They're just they're not different. Harder? They're just they're a little bit harder.
All right. Well, for number 15, can I do like a 400? For number 15, what can I do? Can I just do like what's it called?
So there's really no shortcuts. You should divide.
152 times. All right. Wait, what?
There's
There's
really
no
no
shortcut.
shortcuts. You should just kind of divide. Just do 462 divided by 3.
2.3.
462 divided by 3, then multiply the top number by that same number.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got it. Just like really laggy when I try to type it in. And that's a 308. I mean, yeah, 308.
Very good job. Okay, perfect. Let's move on to the same topic. Okay, so now we're going to go on to simplifying fractions. So let's say it's kind of the opposite of what we did up there.
Mm-hmm.
So to reduce or simplify a fraction, you have to find a number that they have in common. So
Yeah.
you could think to yourself, are they both even? If they're both even, you know that 2 would go into them. Or if they both end in 0 or 5. For this one, we know that 5 goes into it. So if you're really good at finding the biggest number right away, that works. But I would suggest for you, based off of what I've observed, using method 2. Because it seems like division in your head isn't your strongest suit, so splitting it up into tinier numbers will probably work a bit better for you.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we would want to do is think to ourselves, well, what's any number, doesn't matter how big or how small, that might go into both of these and test them out? What do you think is a number that goes into both of them?
For 90 and 105.
Yeah, a common number that goes.
Would it be like 15? Or like, I don't know,
Yeah,
15?
I mean, is 15, did you know that or did you look at it below? Because
no.
I'm not like upset with you either way, just yes. Did you?
Oh no, no, I didn't look at it. That's
Okay.
why.
Yeah, so that's okay. No, I totally believe you. I just want to double check to make sure that
I
I
didn't
was
see
teaching
it
you
there.
properly.
I didn't see it there.
It's all good, yeah. So we could divide out 15.
Mm-hmm.
So do that and see what you'd get.
So 9 divided by 15. 6.
Good. So we'd have 6 over
6 over 7.
Perfect. Good. Okay, so take notes just on that method, just so that you don't forget, and then we can go on to the next one.
All right, yeah, I get it. How would I be able to find like 15 though? What do I do? This is like GCF, but how would I do GCF onto this equation?
That's what you just did. You took out the greatest common factor, the biggest number that goes into all of them.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't like 20 work then? When you think
20
about
doesn't go into 90 and 20 doesn't go into 105. Now, like I said, if you ever have trouble finding the greatest common factor, like if I gave you 2,248 over 10,472, that might be really hard to find the biggest number right away. What I would suggest in that case is to just keep dividing by 2, because you know they're even, right? And even numbers, we can take 2 out.
Yeah.
So if you ever get confused and you can't think of the biggest number, just keep dividing numbers out till you can't anymore, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm going to write this note down, and I'd like you to copy it so until you don't forget.
Yeah, it's confused. All right. What would I divide it by then? Because when you say divide out numbers.
So you would divide it by a number that they have in common. Do you understand what we're doing right now? Like what we're fundamentally trying to achieve by reducing them?
I mean, kind of, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, so we're trying to get
Oh, I got 22. Oh, 5, and the bottom was a 5. Is that correct?
Perfect. Good.
All right, I got 7, so 42. 2, 3.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, and
What
that'll
number was it?
actually
Yeah.
be all for today because we're
Yeah,
at an
perfect.
hour. But really good job. This packet I posted it on your Google Classroom, so that's what some of your homework is going to be in. I'm going to assign you more pages out of this packet. Okay.
All right, have a nice. All right,
Bye.
have a nice.